A sleepy fishing village outside the world wound. A strange feeling of redundancy sets into the mind of the listener. Didn't he hear about this before? No. A quiet place on the bank of a lazy river where nothing interesting seems to have happened since its founding day. Alrighty. A small doll made of grass is tied to a tree with a dark blue ribbon. 3 old dolls hang from the branches. Their grass and seaweed bodies are slowly rotting away. What the heck? Giannoch walks thoughtfully around the grove. He pauses in front of a few trees, lingering there for some time. He seems to be examining something carefully. At the sound of your footsteps, he turns around abruptly, but the anxious expression on his face quickly gives way to an amiable smile. Commander, it's so good to see you. It seems you've found time to visit our quiet backwater after all. I could be mistaken, but it looked like you were frightened by my arrival. Oh no, you just startled me, that's all. It's my overactive imagination. I still can't get used to living in such a small village. The town where I grew up was a good deal larger, and it was located near a trade route, so there were always lots of new faces, and plenty of people bustling around. Here, though, it's different. The moment you step outside the village, you're all alone. You can walk for miles in any direction with only the birds and animals for company. This is, of course, the way Erasteel teaches us to live. But, truth be told, it still makes me feel somewhat uncomfortable. Why were you looking at those trees? The odd dolls hanging there, right? Did you do that? See for yourself. He points to one of the branches, and among the leaves you notice a small doll made of grass and seaweed tied with a blue ribbon. You already noticed it, but the game doesn't understand that. I keep finding them here in the grove. I think it's some kind of local ritual. I've asked the villagers to tell me what it means, but they won't give me an answer. I just don't understand the reason for all this secrecy. Maybe it's some sort of protection ritual, so the demons would leave them alone, and a demon that sees a doll in a tree, I don't know, gets to laugh and be like, oh, these mortal fools, they believe this will protect them. Wait, they made me laugh. Okay, for today you may exist. Maybe something along the lines of that. How do you like living in the village? I'm getting used to the way of things. I still get the occasional sidelong glance from the locals, but that's not surprising, considering that I am a douche in a cape with a bow and arrow and a mace. I don't really fit to fisherman village style-ish behavior, but I mean, I'm just some stranger who decided to show up without an invitation and settle down in the village, but the church warned us about this, so caution is to be expected at first. I just have to do my best to earn their trust. I heal, I purify the water, I give blessings. Sooner or later, they will accept me as one of their own. Wait, it's so quiet here. War makes you forget what peace feels like. I understand. My time in Kenabres gave me a small taste of war. Just a tiny bit of a taste, but it was enough. I only had to live through it for a few days, but I know the horrors I witnessed will haunt my nightmares for years to come, decades, eons. My soul will have to burden this for eternity. Anyway, I cannot imagine how hard it is for those like yourself, soldiers who have given their lives to this cause. Why are we holding this shield? Like, are you expecting an attack from a tree? Dude, you are a shiny knight in armor. You don't need to... Why would he... The priest places a hand on his heart. You have chosen to fight there in order to protect our peaceful and quiet life. Please stop looking at the tree. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I agree with him with the tree. What do the locals think of Erasteel? They're indifferent. They're pragmatic people, you know, they don't have time for theology. If old Deadeye helps them survive, that's good enough for them. You know, some priests get overzealous with sermons. They demand that people pray, observe all the rituals, make sacrifices, and then those priests, all holy and pious, are surprised when locals kick them out of the village, right into the nearest ditch. The priest laughs. I was taught differently. Superior priests and stuff. First, you have to prove your worth. You have to show them why you and your deity are useful. It's only after they've begun to trust you and start asking questions about your faith that you can really share your beliefs. Then you can tell them all about old Deadeye and his teachings. Okay, will you show me around the village so we can get it over with? Of course, let's go. You'll get to meet the locals, see how we live. Maybe you'll even manage to get some peace and quiet, a temporary respite from the hardships of war. Don't be offended if you get some weird looks. I mean, after all, you're an angelic dude with a halo over your head, so... In this remote village, people have never seen an Asimar before. Certainly not the type that you bring in, so when I first told them about you, I could barely manage to convince them you don't glow and can't fly. I do glow. That's preposterous. That's ridiculous. You seeing that? That's a big ass glow. So I'm not going to dive into that. More dolls. Old faded blue ribbons hang from the branches of the tree, so the doll is already gone. What dolls? Odd. Definitely odd monkey behavior.
Godspeed.
A piece of grey ribbon hangs from the branches. Grey, so it's already colored out. So that's very old. So the further we get from the village... What the heck? Watch out for those huge teeth! Don't let him catch you. It's a hydra. Are you kidding me? Aim for throat and belly! Few scales there! Don't be afraid, everyone. We fought ones bigger than this. Kill. That'll teach you to mess with us, creature. I am the most legendary fisherman that you will ever see. I single-handedly defeated a 10,000 meters big hydra with the power of my mind. A man with green eyes, the broad shoulders of a swimmer, and the calloused hands of a fisherman takes his fist at the beast's motionless carcass. Some things got him all worked up, huh? That's the second time they've crawled out this month, but I'll always crush them. I am Arkel, mightiest fisherman in existence. My 2 health potions and a sword and a bow and arrows are all I need to crush them. I have 2 swords, you noob. So let him come. A woman, her eyes the same shade of green as the fisherman smiles at you. It's not the first time, and it won't be the last. We are the Fisherman Squadron. We could defeat the sheer demon horde single-handedly, but we're simple fishermen. What's the matter? They can't hurt us. We are immortal. Wisest, fairest of all beings. We can use their hides to make a lot of waterproof coats and cloaks. We don't need them. We have magics. We are omnipotent, but we are the Q Collective. What's up? Oh, Markiel, Malesser. Wait, what Q? What is your Q? I'd like you to introduce... No. I'd like to introduce you to someone. This is Small Grain, a dude that heals the giant shield up. I don't know why he holds the shield up. It's just... I don't know. Maybe he doesn't want you to see his face? Maybe he has freckles? I don't know. He's the commander of the crusade. Don't mind him. He's a bit of an odd fellow. He's the one I told you about. Oh, a real hero in our little backwater with a giant tower shield. Oh, good to see you. It's so nice of you to drop by. We've never had anyone so important come to visit. I mean, technically in this timeline I haven't visited and met you yet, but every time that I meet you, you die shortly after. Odd. Anyway, heroic acts are important. I'm sorry, I saw the Star Trek series, the newest season from Star Trek Picard, where Q, well, said hello. I don't want to spoil it too harsh, just the character Q, the actor is doing a splendid job, the character and the franchise is extraordinary, so it's just fun. A lot of people are criticizing the script, and even though, yes, there were several scenes where Picard, it didn't make any sense, but that doesn't mean it didn't lead to the scenes with Q becoming bad. The scenes with the Q were immensely cool, simply because you have these actors you grew up with as a child, some people, and you could finally see their reunion, and the way they acted was very decent. So, heroic acts are important, but sometimes it's good to leave the front lines and talk to ordinary people living ordinary lives. Anyway, welcome to Chili Creek. Hydras are usually far more dangerous. That beast was not at its full strength. I can tell you have an eye for such things. Well, of course he does. He's the commander of the crusade, you idiot. He probably could have told you all that with his eyes shut and his mouth soon shut too. Could communicate telepathically. Melissa smiles at you with a devious one. Wait, what did I do? Oh, sorry, oh no, I'm a noob. I touched the spacebar again, very slightly, and kaboom it. I'm sorry. That's right. And if she doesn't drive the beasts away, she'll weaken them so we can kill them and harvest their hides. Wait. I see real. Who is that? She's right here. Markil nods toward the river. Did you think this was the Salon? No. It'd take you half a day's rowing before you reach that river. It's big, to be sure, and very important. The Salon flows through at least a dozen countries, but where would the Great Salon be if it wasn't fed by thousands of little streams and creeks, such as our dear Icy Rill? The people of Chili Creek hold the river in great reverence. The priest's observation is matter of fact, but we do notice his voice sounds, not sound. It's a bit strange, I know. And it sounds a bit strained. How can we not? Our whole lives are built around the river, from the wedding wreath we send down its stream to the funeral boats that floats away on the river, on the water when the time comes. I should pay more attention. Yeah, keep more attention. Pay more attention to the text that I'm reading. Our mother, Icy Rill, feeds us, gives us water, protects us with a kind smile. Markil casts a sidelong glance at the frowning priest. The gods are far away, but our Icy Rill is right here, right now, so we treat her with respect. The two of you look very much alike. I assume you are related. Right you are! Markil ruffles Malesar's hair. She laughs. No, she laughs, not loves, and tweaks his nose. She's my little sister. Takes after our granny, may her memory never fade. She was always restless, couldn't sit still, and Melissa is just the same. She is always up to something. And you took after our grandpa. May the river silt be his featherbed. You're as brave as he was, and just as stubborn. You two look very confident when you were giving orders to the other villages during the fight. Are you in charge here? Well, how should I put this? Our village is too small for anyone to be in charge. We just happen to know a thing or two about using a weapon. So if some nasty creature comes crawling out of the river, we give the orders. But when it comes to fishing, fixing nets. We'll be the ones following orders. We're not an army and there are no officers here. We all live together in peace and harmony, solve our problems together and serve the icy rill together. Although, truth be told, it's only been in the last few years that people have really started listening to us. Before that, villagers kept to themselves, and no one wanted to go poking their nose into anyone else's business. When we first came up with the idea to start trading on the river, the other villagers stubbornly dug in their heels. But after money and goods began to flow in the village, the greed set in. The human mind changed. They saw money, they saw coin, and it suddenly changed their minds. What a coincidence, what a surprise. Ah yes, the village has been growing in greed and lust for more money. What? We're getting to see all sorts of things we had only ever heard about before. The year before last, we had a fair. And people came all the way from Kinopolis to attend. Then a priest came. And we'd never seen one of those before in these parts, and now, would have thought, the commander of the crusade has decided to pay us a visit. And not just a commander, no, but a child of heaven's blood. Around these parts, we only hear about folk born with the blessing of the upper planes in fairy tales. Even if elsewhere in Mendev there are lots of you, as people say. What are those grass dolls that hang from the trees in the grove? A shadow passes over Markill's face and he looks away. There's nothing much to tell really. An old local custom. It's just a ritual. Malessa adds in a low voice. No one seems willing to share any further details with you. What? How's life in the village now that you've got a priest? Not much has changed. Markill shrugs and smiles amiably. He's a good lad, he does some healing, never bothers us with sermons. Why, he's even learning to fish in his spare time. He also knows about a lot of songs, and when he sings it makes you want to sit and listen. Melissa smiles archly at the priest, and he blushes. The world wound is not that far. Have you ever been attacked by demons? No, we've never seen any. Our mother Icy Rill keeps us safe. She would never let such abominations get near us. I have to go. Oh, back to the front. Melissa shakes her head sadly. Can't even imagine the nightmarish creatures you have to fight there. Have a safe journey and a swift victory. Ah. Well, thank you for the Hydra eyes.
Call me again if you need to.
Gloves.
Let us press on. We march ahead.
You are my favorite aide.
I stand ready. Our path leads on.
Well, please stay here for as long as you'd like. Well, we already had this conversation, so...
Yeah. I will guide us.
This is the way we live out there and here and now. We're not wealthy, but things are at least relatively quiet. enjoy examining these trees back in the grove. Little dolls made of grass, blah. Secret, yes. How do you like living in the village? Used to, blah. Crazy little things. Nightmares when they sleep. Do you have any trouble with nightmares? No. Troubles. That's interesting. Quiet here, we had that. Erasthiel, different. Pragmatic people. Yes, yes. We had that before, that conversation. So it's quite odd. Why? Why do they not have any nightmares or demon attacks? Maybe the entire village consists out of demons. Maybe these are not humans. Maybe they're just evil. Fairy Tales of Avestan.
This was simple enough.
Godspeed. Let us press on.
Megaloceros. Okay. Should we kill it?
No time for debates.
Whoa, direwolves. Corrupted animal meat. Uh-oh.
We march ahead.
To battle, my friends!
Ay. Plagued Smilodon and Plagued Bear killed all these direwolves? The heck?
We shall overcome! Wait on your mistakes.
Ferocious Megaloceros. You know what?
Do not hold back.
Let's prove their logic is lacking.
Is all the meat corrupted?
No time for debates. You should have listened to reason.
Interesting. Are we not supposed to lift the veil? I mean, there's obviously some mystery
Godspeed.
regarding this village, but apparently... I mean, we discovered the entire map. There's nothing here. So apparently, we're not yet
Let us press on.
equipped to solve this riddle, I guess. I mean, we did everything that is available here, and there's no way that we can solve this without interacting with with non-existing characters. I guess we will have to return here later. There's obviously some sort of secret. I don't have nightmares, there are no demons harassing them, so something's off. Can't I go up? Maybe we have to go that path. Oh, level 3, perfect. Choose ability. All units have bonus AC per level of this feat. Yes, maximum size of the army. Most definitely, very important. Why can't I put these on top of each other? That's just odd. 62. What's the maximum number of units that a unit can have? Well, now it works. That was mighty odd. That's another army. What did just happen? One quality of life thing that is missing from this game is I would love to speed this one up. Just a button for quick combats. Just imagine we had 20 units, this would take ages. Corpse in a tattered soul, scout's cape bearing the emblem of the crusade, was leading the undead squad. He battled on until he ran out of bolts, and desperately tried to conceal his crossbow with his own body, even while the soldiers were hacking off his limbs. Okay. Crossbow of Judgment. Now that's quite interesting. 3 to 12 damage. Well, that's an improvement, I believe. Over that crossbow, 2 to 9. Filter's +2 heavy crossbow has a critical range reduced to 20. Whenever it threatens a critical hit against an evil or chaotic creature, it is automatically confirmed. Oh, okay. Wait, what did just happen? Why did I crit thrown on the desktop? No, game. I was about to end the episode, but now, that's a bit problematic. And I want a horse. Where's the horse? Why can't I get horses? Whoa. That's the story for next episode.